These kids who commit suicide, you go look at their Instagrams, you would have no clue.
Cruel social media remarks. Facebook comments have been pouring in after 4 people died while hiking.
So you're dealing with an addicted generation.
This is a big time bomb tick.
Is the technology meant to connect us actually tearing us apart? Today, we uncover the untold story of how social media giants are battling accusations in the courtroom of public opinion. In an age where connection is just a click away, a shadow looms over the digital landscape, one that threatens the very fabric of our mental well-being. Today, we pull back the curtain on the tech titans, the architects of social media, to reveal a crisis unfolding in the palm of our own hands. From the gleaming offices of Silicon Valley to bedrooms and living rooms around the world, social media has woven itself into the tapestry of our daily lives. Promising to bring us closer, these platforms have become the battleground for a hidden war on mental health, with teenagers caught in the crossfire. But beneath the surface of likes, shares, and viral moments lies a darker truth. A truth that brings into question the cost of our digital addiction and the responsibility of those who feed it. As lawsuits mount and public outcry grows, the spotlight turns to the tech moguls behind these platforms. Accused of prioritizing profit over the psychological safety of their youngest users, they now face a trial of public opinion and legal scrutiny. Join us as we explore the intricate relationship between social media and teen mental health, delving into the perspectives of affected families and the defenses of tech giants. Welcome to the dark side of social media. The rise of social media. In the early days of the 21st century, a revolution quietly started in the world of technology. New platforms began to pop up, each with a simple yet powerful goal: connect people no matter where they were in the world. Facebook, for example, quickly became more than just a website. It was a place where millions could share, like, and comment on each other's lives, reaching over 1 million members in its first year alone. Instagram grew over 1 million members in the first 2 months and has today more than 1.4 billion users. The new kid on the block, TikTok, grew within 1 year to at least 100 million users. These social media platforms started with bright ideas and good intentions. They were about making friends, sharing experiences, and learning from others. For a while, it seemed like they were doing just that, bringing people together and making the world feel a little smaller. But as these platforms grew bigger and more powerful, things started to change. What began as a way to connect started to have some unexpected side effects. People began to notice that the more time they spent scrolling, the worse they sometimes felt. Studies started popping up, showing that too much time on these sites could make people, especially teens, feel lonely, anxious, or sad. The problem was in how these platforms kept us coming back for more. They were designed to be addictive, using fancy algorithms to show us more of what would keep us clicking, liking, and scrolling. These algorithms didn't know the difference between making us happy and keeping us hooked. Soon, stories began to emerge about the darker side of social media. Families and experts started speaking out about how these platforms were affecting mental health. Courtrooms saw cases against the giants of social media, with accusations that they knew about these problems, but didn't do enough to stop them. This turn of events made people rethink the role of social media in their lives. What started as a mission to connect the world has turned into a complex story about the balance between staying connected and staying healthy. It's a reminder that even the best ideas can have unexpected consequences, and it's up to us to navigate this new digital world carefully. The trial of titans. As we delve deeper into the digital dilemma, the legal battles begin to unfold, casting a long shadow over the tech giants once hailed as pioneers of connectivity. At the heart of this legal melancholy lie accusations too grave to ignore.
Can you say with 100% certainty that TikTok does not use the phone's camera to determine whether the content that elicits a pupil dilation should be amplified by the algorithm? Can you tell me that?
We do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users. We do not.
You don't?
No.
The allegations are stark. Algorithms designed to captivate, now captors of young minds, driving them into cycles of addiction, depression, and anxiety. The evidence? A growing body of research, and a chorus of voices demanding accountability.
Participate in a blackout challenge, also known as the choking challenge. TikTok actively pushes video on her feed. Unfortunately, this is one of the many devastating examples of children losing their lives because of content promoted by TikTok.
Congressman, as a father myself, when I hear about the tragic deaths of
My
young
question
people,
is,
it's
do
heartbreaking.
you find that good faith moderation?
We are very focused on safety, and
Okay,
all these
I'm
dangerous
gonna have to
challenges
assume
are
that as a
removed when
no.
we find them. There are more than 150 million Americans who love our platform, and we know we have a responsibility to protect them.
Lawsuits across the globe have put these platforms on trial, not just in courtrooms, but in the court of public opinion. From the United States to Europe, families and regulators are challenging the very algorithms that dictate what teens see online.
So, for example, this is girls between the ages of 13 and 15 years old. 37% of them reported that they had been exposed to nudity on the platform unwanted in the last 7 days. 24% said that they had experienced unwanted sexual advances they'd been propositioned in the last 7 days. 17% said they had encountered self-harm content pushed at them in the last 7 days.
A legal expert weighs in. The question isn't just about legality, it's about morality and the ethical responsibility tech companies have towards their users. A mental health professional adds, "The impact is real and the consequences dire." Our children's mental health is not a commodity. In defense, the tech titans argue their commitment to user safety, highlighting new features aimed at protecting teens, time management tools, content filters, and early detection systems for harmful behavior. "We're working tirelessly to make our platform safer," claims a spokesperson. But as promises of reform echo through the halls of tech campuses, the question lingers. Are these measures enough to stem the tide of a growing mental health crisis among the world's youth? As the trial of titans continues, the balance between innovation and ethical responsibility hangs in the balance. With each lawsuit and investigation, the call for a re-evaluation of social media's impact on teen mental health grows louder, demanding not just answers, but action. The outcome of these trials could redefine the relationship between technology and the very users it seeks to serve, setting a precedent for the future of digital interaction.
Make sure to hit like and subscribe to Company Compass.
Impact on teen mental health. As we navigate the complex web of social media's influence, the science begins to paint a concerning picture. Studies from prestigious institutions reveal a stark correlation. Excessive use of these platforms is linked to significant declines in teen mental health. Research indicates that prolonged exposure to social media can exacerbate feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and depression among adolescents. The endless cycle of comparison, the pursuit of validation through likes and comments, bears a weight too heavy for young shoulders. A study published in the Journal of Abnormal Psychology finds a 60% increase in depressive symptoms among teens over a decade, coinciding with the rise of social media. Another report highlights a surge in anxiety disorders, closely tied to digital consumption patterns.
He was a 16-year-old who saw more than 1,000 videos on your platform about violence and suicide until he took his own life by stepping in front of a plane or train. Are you aware that his parents, Dean and Michelle, are suing TikTok and ByteDance for pushing their son to take his own life?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
But beyond the numbers lie the stories of real lives touched by this digital dilemma. Emma, a 16-year-old, shares her journey through the highs and lows of social media addiction. "It felt like I was always on the outside looking in. Never good enough," she reflects. Parents recount sleepless nights and desperate pleas for their children to disconnect, only to watch them spiral deeper into virtual worlds. "It's like we lost him to a screen," says a mother, fighting back tears as she speaks of her son's battle with online bullying and self-esteem issues.
I'm sorry for everything that you have all gone through. It's terrible. No one should have to go through the things that your families have suffered. And this is why we invest so much and are going to continue doing industry-leading efforts to make sure that no one has to go through the types of things that your families have had to suffer.
Here you saw Mark Zuckerberg offering his apologies to the families who have been impacted by the negative consequences of social media. In a rare public admission, Zuckerberg acknowledges the darker side of the platforms he helped create. It's a moment that many families, like those sharing their stories, have been waiting for. A sign that their concerns are being heard at the highest levels.
But apologies are not enough. We are committed to making significant changes. We're working on new ways to protect our younger users, to detect and prevent bullying before it happens, and to make our platforms safe spaces for everyone.
As the screen fades to black, the commitment to a safer, more inclusive digital environment is clear. But the journey is just beginning, and the world watches closely, hopeful yet cautious about the future of social media and its impact on society's well-being. As we ponder the impact of social media on teen mental health, it's crucial to remember that behind every statistic, every study, are young individuals navigating the tumultuous journey of growing up in a digital age. In the face of this crisis, resilience emerges. Communities, families, and educators are coming together, armed with knowledge and compassion, to guide the next generation towards a healthier relationship with the digital world. The call for accountability. As the narrative unfolds, a pressing question emerges from the shadow of controversy. How do we protect our most vulnerable from the unseen dangers of the digital age? The call for accountability grows louder, resonating from the halls of governance to the streets of global cities. In the midst of this digital reckoning, experts, activists, and policymakers converge on a common goal: safeguarding the mental health of our youth. Proposals range from stricter regulations on social media algorithms to comprehensive digital literacy programs aimed at empowering users. Amidst this discourse, a consensus begins to emerge: the need for a multifaceted approach that combines regulation, education, and innovation. It's not just about limiting screen time, an expert asserts. It's about ensuring the time spent online is safe, healthy, and enriching.
Industry-leading tools to find harmful
to
content,
make money,
take it off the services,
to make money,
and to build tools that empower parents.
So you didn't take any action. You didn't take any action.
Senator.
You didn't fire anybody. You haven't compensated a single victim. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. There's families of victims here today. Have you apologized to the victims?
In response to mounting pressure, social media giants have begun to implement changes. Wellness tools that track and manage usage, content monitoring systems to flag harmful material, and age restrictions designed to shield young users from detrimental content. But as these initiatives take shape, a critical eye turns towards their effectiveness and the tech industry's commitment to meaningful change. As the call for accountability echoes across the digital landscape, it becomes clear that the resolution to this crisis will not come from a single voice, but from a chorus of voices, united in their demand for a safer, healthier online world. Conclusion and call to action. As our journey through the digital thicket comes to a close, we're left pondering a pivotal question. Can we, as a society, trust the architects of our digital world to place our well-being above their profits? The evidence presented paints a complex picture, one of innovation and connection shadowed by the unintended consequences of a world ever more online. The stories of young lives touched by the double-edged sword of social media invite us to pause and reflect on our own digital footprints. It's time for us to consider the role social media plays in our lives and the lives of those around us. To question, to challenge, and to seek a balance that nurtures our mental health and well-being. But reflection is only the first step. Action must follow. We stand at a crossroads with the power to shape the future of our digital society. By supporting digital wellness initiatives, advocating for responsible tech use, and participating in the conversation, we can drive the change we wish to see. Share your story, your insights, or your commitment to digital well-being in the comments below. Engage with initiatives that promote a healthier online world, and together, let's forge a path to a future where technology serves as a bridge to well-being, not a barrier. Subscribe to join us on this journey towards understanding and action. Your voice matters in the chorus calling for a safer, healthier digital tomorrow. This is not just the end of a video, it's the beginning of a conversation, one that we must have with ourselves, our communities, and the world at large. Together, we can navigate the complexities of the digital age, ensuring a legacy of wellness, connection, and positive impact.
Make sure to hit like and subscribe to Company Compass.